Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Strategic Command World War I, episode number 11, 12. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's get to the fight. Let's see. What does our fearless opponent, Agrippa Maxenius, have in store for us this time? Reinforcement. Mulhausen is equipped. 2-1. 3-1. That's not a good start. A 3-0. Could not have gone worse. 3-1. Or 3-2. 2-3. Okay, a 2-2. That's really good for us because it was a detachment. 3-2. Extremely good. 1-0, but we did flee. Okay, 3-3. Here he goes. 1-3. Wow. The Austrians are just, they're collapsing. You can see it here. They're collapsing. It does have a German HQ in the area. I expected that to go really badly. 1-3, and it did. Wow. 3-4. Okay. The Anzacs are holding nicely. 1-2. He might be using the Ottomans how I've been using other people, just telling them to survive at all costs. I mean, sorry, I'm just telling them to, wait, there it is. They can't break through the line. Okay, we did take some damage, so we have 3 German submarines. Found their dreadnought, even did some damage to it. Okay. That was weird. It was like a double hit bug. Okay, here comes their artillery. Spotting. Oh, I forgot about that stupid thing. Okay. Oh my. So things have gone, okay, Bulgaria is 5% more towards the Central Powers. And then the blockade. Oh, you have arrived just in time. Just in time. Oh my goodness, just in time. Oh, no, undo. How do I undo? I think it's Control Z. So the problem is that this game is left click to move, and I'm just used to right click to move. I mean, most people are, but no, it's right click. So supply wise, I don't even know if we want to move outside of here. Oh my gosh, 1-2? Why? Because he has like no supply? He's actually at nominally 0 supply. That's just insane. So we'll definitely do this attack. 1-3. Okay, we'll take those. We'll take those odds. It's gonna put our unit here at 4 supply, but that's fine. I'm really only supposed to be like looking around, but oh my gosh, it looks beautiful. I'm liking what I'm seeing here, and this artillery is going to make things a lot easier for us. I'll still wait. We'll figure it out. This unit didn't move. We can isolate, cut off, destroy. Supply of 1. Somehow we aren't even getting that good of odds. Once that unit, yeah, so this is falling. That's going to go nicely for us. We can even use this unit. Okay. Yep, so this is at 63%. 56. Yeah, that was actually really good. We'll just stuff them in the port. Perfect. They're not going to defend, and we'll go on the offensive. Things looking okay here. We know there's an enemy submarine somewhere that we need to go hunting for. I didn't actually see any movement for it. This situation is really interesting. We're actually, I feel like, starting to peel back holes in their line. This might be... this is the first time I'm going to say this, but this might be the wheels coming off for the Central Powers. I'm seeing 766. I don't know where he exactly invested his points. Like, the Germans are fighting very tough, and he's still doing a good number to me on the Western Front, unfortunately. But I imagine that oh, wow. So we're definitely going to be able to move in here and set up a fort on this hill. We'll have Belfort to fall back on if needed. Of course, that's been our defensive anchor for the entire war so far. It's the first time that he didn't decide to reinforce this knee, which means that we can move in and peel up on the next knee. That's just the way it works with hex-based war games. You know, you break this part of the line, and they choose, they're like, I'm not going to put him there, he's just going to kill it again. Yeah, but then the next unit up, on this one over, we can choose which one. Now we have 2 knees. 2 knees in the line, so 2 choices. Point-wise, we're doing well as far as France goes. Serbia looks fine. Russia looks okay, I would say, considering they have so many units to replenish. Purchase options, we do have a lot of units that can be reinforced for cheap. Even the British have one. Let's see. Yeah, the French have 3 corps that we can call in. We just don't really need them anywhere right now. I mean, honestly, where we need them is unfortunately in the south down here. I don't know how to deal with the partisans. I think we'll just let them come to us until I can afford to get some actual troops down here, which is, you know, likely to be never. Can I reinforce my garrison? No. Well... apparently these guys cannot fortify either, because there's no fortify mark. No, they can. Gibraltar's fortified. What's your excuse? There's no fortify. There's no shovel. We do have plenty of ships. Oh yeah, we have a lot of ships. I think we're going to be able to doom one of their submarines here. I'm not going to try to deal with all of them, but that was a mad push that he did to try to, you know, get us out of the way. So let's heal this unit. I think, wow, we only have 130 points. It's so light. The thing we need to do is do a lot of attacks just to get the submarine's strength down. I mean supply down. 8, 9, 7. So this is probably a candidate to just be attacked. Okay, good. Oh, we actually did some damage. That's incredible. I'm gonna let this one go fishing for it. Okay. Okay, we cannot get it back into position. That's not too important, mainly because... got him again. Mainly because we just have to ferry somebody else over to this line. In fact, even this guy can get there. Okay. I think we'll just move him out right away. He's only on supply of 7. That's weird. Maybe it doesn't take supplies to dive? Huh. Alright, well, let's start working on this one. This is the one which I feel like we are going to be able to get to. Wow, okay. 01100. Okay. Next. Darn it. That does use our attack. That's the worst thing about it. I mean, we knew it couldn't be far. 6, 9. Okay, well, we have this submarine as our this destroyer as well. Man, they're just diving all over the frickin' place. Alright, let's get this guy into the action. Try to dive from this. So where would they be diving? Did they dive north? Is it possible? I don't think so. There it is. So let's get this unit. Yeah, let's get him here. He's not actually... Whoops. Oh, you can't undo naval moves. Oh yeah, he's not actually... Wait. Oh, sorry, he was set to not do bombing, but I do want him to do bombing. Nah, didn't get anything done, but... It's the thought that counts, as they sometimes say. Alright, let's still try to do this. 6. Got him. Okay, move up here. I think that we might need to protect this dreadnought here. So we will. Just put some stuff in like that. Again, the point is just to wear them out. I think it's worth it to do attacks like this. He's at a supply of 4. We did actually get a hit too, which is remarkable. Let's bring this guy in who has not attacked and just do an attack here. We just have so many ships that can attack them. It's pretty insane. Down to a supply of 3 now. Wearing them out. We can get this dreadnought off the line. I mean, just move him over here since this light cruiser's going to want to fill his spot. That's kind of cool that this guy has bodyguards. You've attacked. Dreadnoughts don't need to attack. You have a strike left. How did that happen? Okay, and same with battle cruisers. They don't need to attack. You have not attacked yet. Okay. Let's bring you in. Okay, down to 2. He is down to 2. Alright. Well, alright. Well, alright. This guy out of here just altogether. I don't think it matters whether it's French or British maintaining the blockade. So we're doing okay so far with the ships we have at our disposition. This guy's morale of 3 is just... What the hell is going on with that? I'm still going to put him on the line. We're going to have him go way over here. We want him for the blockade. What's the morale looking at? 98 for British. 97 France. Italy doesn't matter. Serbia's at 95. Russia's at 86. Germany is at 87. That's only 1% higher than the Russians. You know things are bad when you're only 1% higher than the Russians. Austria-Hungary is 35%. The Ottomans are at 82%. I mean, the Ottomans are almost as high as the Germans, for crying out loud. Well, we got some snooping around to do. I like to give at least my overall impressions, although we have done some of the actual combat needed for this one. My overall impressions are, I think the slog is going to continue very slowly in the west. In the east, I actually see this as really, really favorable that he's given up all this ground. It's kind of cool. It strikes me as an interesting maneuver. He is holding at Sambor, which I think is a smart move. Lemberg is up to a 4 for us already. I really don't know. I hadn't thought about gaining this much ground. Like, what he's done has actually kind of stumped me. I did not expect that he would just pull back and give us ground. Okay, so things like this attack are, like, pretty obvious. It's a unit with 5. It's just dead. But I think all the Austro-Hungarian units are just in incredibly bad morale due to the fact that they gave up Italy. I did this once in an AI game as the Central Powers, just when I was still playing around before my big series. And then I realized you should never do that. So I feel bad for Agrippa. He probably has not played the Central Powers long enough to to test out this theory and find out it's not worth it. Very interestingly, they did not counterattack. Huh. Okay, well, let's cut away here, and then I'll try to get to the action nice and quick. Okay, so to me, it's pretty clear what we're going to do here. We're going to move this unit forward. Dang it, we can't do a bombardment. But that's fine. We'll still move them forward. We'll do the attack. Anzacs are just crazy, man. I can't believe that they still have a 1-2 on this guy. Which it did end up going, 1-2. It's actually really, really, really bad that we didn't get... Didn't quite get what I wanted to get there. I don't think this guy needs to be reinforced. We'll just move him into Suez as like a really, really pathetically bad unit. We'll move the Anzacs back. And why is that? Because we got the cavalry. Shattered him. That should be national morale. Well, I think it should have been. It wasn't, but I think it should have been. Since this guy has no movement points, but we can swap him, we're going to swap. Kind of crazy that we can do that. You can swap it even again. Seems almost like a bug. So mainly I wanted to make sure that the artillery is in a position to attack either of these two hexes next turn. And we're going to hold the line at the Suez Canal. If they continue to push forward, they're going to be out of supply. We've already done this area over here. Since we attacked, we can't really move forward. But just being at 0 supply is not a good idea. I did the math in my head when I was playing the Central Powers and realized it was, you know, not a good idea. So pretty much straightforward what we're going to be doing here. Attack. Well, that went 2-4, but I think it's still fine. Okay, good. Now we should be able to clear with this unit. We can. And that was a supply of 1 or just strength of 1? I think it was a strength of 1, so we might have been in supply. Regardless, this unit can finally move in. I think it's worth doing. This is a 1-1. I think it's actually even worth doing this 1-1 to keep them from being too aggressive. Like if he... So it's impossible for him to get over to Ardahan, so never mind. I don't have to worry about it. This unit's already attacked. What I could do is move him here and then swap them. It's crazy that I'm able to do that, but it is possible. So I think I will. I think it's possible. Yeah, it is. That's crazy. So we want that 10, obviously, as far forward as we can get him. A 1-2. Maybe that's more important. Okay, let's do the 1-2. Okay, there's the 1-2. I think we'll just hold at Erevan. We'll want to reinforce this artillery. Was that there last turn and I forgot to upgrade it? Probably didn't even have the money to do it. What are we doing as far as research goes? We did get infantry weapons. Okay. So we want another one in production technology if we can spare 125. Alright, so get this guy in there then. Need somebody there. Yeah, this is fine to me. We'll leave him just behind the lines, kind of bait this guy into maybe trying to go to Ardahan, which he won't be able to make. And now, oh, yeah. We definitely want to move here, which is going to increase the 10 starting from here. 10, 9, 8. This will still be a 7. And this, unfortunately, is actually going to go to a 7 as well. But it's a detachment. We're not too worried about it. More importantly, though, we now have the new unit under our command. And Yudenich is doing his thing very nicely so far. So let's go to Serbia. We have a lot of weak units on the front. And as much as I would love to attack the Germans, we can actually probably break through against this unit. So I'm going to do that. 4. So it ended up being a 2-4. I'm going to attack with this Albanian unit. And he's actually going to retreat back. His job on the front line is done. He's going to move back in case the Bulgarians come in. They are at 63%. Now the Romanians are still at 74, so essentially they'll offset each other. The Romanians, we're just going to use them to invade Bulgaria. And the Bulgarians are pretty strong units, so I'm not sure even who will win, but I think at the worst it will be a stalemate. Then we can move and whoever we want in to take this spot. I think we'll move this unit in. Got him. And we can push forward. Is that wise? I think it'd be wiser to move this detachment in because I'm okay. First of all, this is actually going to be with enough points that we can entrench, which is amazing. And I'm actually going to rotate it like this, just in case they do get back here, I don't want them to be able to entrench against Belgrade. So we do not want to defend against Belgrade. And this unit, we're probably going to do some shuffling or something, but okay, so we have a 1-3 here. Let's just take that. And end up going a 0-3. So remember, I complained about my bad luck, but we're getting good luck right now. 1-2. Q. I knew that. I didn't actually know that was going to happen, but I was fairly sure that that was a very real possibility. Okay, and 0-0. But he's in an entrenched area. He's actually has entrenchment of 1 out of 2 already, so that's good. We probably want to do the same thing with a unit that can attack. So this unit probably should move here. Unless we want a unit. This guy can get here, which is why I think I want to move this unit here, because we just want to attack this guy. So I'm trying to figure out a way. I don't think it's possible. I'm just trying to figure out a way to get this guy involved and this guy involved, but I don't think it's possible. Okay. So we could swap them now, I guess. Yeah, actually, that is possible. Okay, let's do it. I mean, even a 1-to-1 is good, but didn't end up working out for us. I think what we'll do is swap these two, and then I will use some of the Serbian forces to heal that unit. Okay, and I know that there's a 2-1 here. I don't think it's worth it, so Serbia's done. Moving on to what's next. Alright, well, I think the Western Front is going to be pretty quiet. Oh, quiet on the Western Front. But this turn, at least. So I don't really see being able to make any big moves. Just starting to entrench here. Moving the cavalry in, just have somebody prepared. I am going to heal this unit. Yeah, definitely. He's not in a position to do any attacking. Where we're going to try to put pressure on is this corner piece, which is unfortunately like extremely well entrenched, but what we can do is, I think this might suffer an attack, just I'm predicting it, from interceptors. Okay, no. So I think he was at 88, now he's down to 84, and this is not going to do that much because we are still researching level 1 of artillery. And I took it down to 80. We could use our second shell, but I'm not even sure. Well, okay, if I see a 2-to-2, I might actually even attack. Let's go in and see what we have here. Oh man, 3-0, 2-0. So we'll probably end up attacking there, but I know for sure I'm going to be attacking this unit, so let's do that. 3, went 3-3. Do this. 2, went 0-2, so there we're back to even. And now we can swap some units in and out. So we do have this UK Corps that we can move in to Antwerp if we need, so I think I will just pull this guy out directly. Have the cavalry move in. Well, it's a 2-1. That's not great, but it went 2-2, so that was nice. Yeah, I think we probably will swap with Brussels. The only problem with swapping with Brussels, or actually we can probably just move back and have people shift. Because the main thing is I don't want a French unit. I want a French unit in Brussels because the British don't have entrenchment. The high enough entrenchment, so let's see if this works. Yeah, we went 0-1, which is not bad. I mean, that's not terrible, but right now we need the high rolls. Shattered. Okay, good. We got him. Now this does open up another possibility for attacks. We can actually push this unit forward, which I will do, and we can start putting pressure on this unit from 3 sides. This is now another knee in the line. I didn't really think about that before, but, you know, obviously it's true. So we'll move this unit in. 2-2. So the 2-2 is like what I want to go for. And then we can swap with that guy. And I knew, I was expecting 3-1 exactly. Wow. It's funny. I saw 2-2 and I was like, I bet you I predict 3-1. Anyway, that's fine. We'll do the swap as I mentioned that we were going to be able to do. I think we'll just pull this unit back altogether and move this one in. Have him entrench. Just these... Wait. Well, Verdun is never going to fall. Neither... I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Verdun's never going to fall, so we'll just entrench that way. It's more likely to fall. Nancy is more likely to fall than Verdun, in my opinion. Even the new unit which moved in has entrenchment 6, which is crazy. Hasn't helped our prospects with any of these other units, so that means we'll probably end up healing. Healing and swap healing. We need to get these other guys up to the front. These 10s. Like this 10, maybe that's what I should move in there. How do I do this in a way... Okay, this 10 can move in. So let's just have this guy... Let's swap him. The reason why I wanted to swap there is so that this unit could still be healed if we choose to. And let's have this 10 move forward. You have not attacked. This 7 is... I think it'd be better to get him out. Okay, 1, 2... How... If we do this... This is a 4 to move in. He won't get entrenched, but he's also the inverse knee, so we don't really need it to happen. Okay, let's just do this, so we're presenting a strong front. We have a lot of units behind the line, so although, like say this unit, we'll swap these two, because although this unit can't heal, this one can. I think that one can as well. So let's see, 325. I'll do the point reinforcement later, though, because we can see the full situation. We might need to be more aggressive or something like that after what goes on the east front. Well, it turns out I'm not done with my Atlantic Sea, like Northern Sea forces. Well, I reloaded the game. I mean, I cut away in the last, and I came back, and I was just clicking around, and I was like, oh yeah, these guys over here. I accidentally moved my light cruiser all the way over here. So now I'm in a pickle, a real pickle, because he can't get back. This submarine is going to have a hard time with these destroyers, but I also have another submarine here, and I have some dreadnoughts in range that can respond to this. I can also use this new port at Antwerp as a base for anybody who needs to make it back in a hurry. And so this 7 light cruiser is pretty much the only thing which can reach the front. I think I might sally forth the other dreadnought here so that he's in a position next turn that he can help. But yeah, this turn we're going to have to make some tough decisions. So we have a 0-1 against a dreadnought. This is just pretty clearly obvious what we want to do. And then this submarine actually wants to exfil. Wants to get out of there. But let's see what kind of damage we can get done against this dreadnought. Okay. Not satisfying, but I wonder if there's a way we can move him that way. So what we can use this submarine for at this point is a blocker to see what happens to our other units. So I don't know if dreadnoughts are better on the attack or the defense. I'm going to do this 7 dreadnought to go take care of this destroyer. Okay, that was good. And now this light cruiser is going to have to be sacrificed to kill this destroyer, but I think it's worth it. Got him. Okay, so we have a 7 there. I don't think that ship will be destroyed. It might end up like the host of all my other light cruisers, which are all in just terrible shape, damaged, in terrible shape, all over the place. We're going to have to ship some forces. If I want to move this dreadnought down, we're also going to have to move some forces around, but I think it's worth doing, so let's just do this. I was going to say there's a definite possibility that I will find something, and I have. That is just very lucky. Well, lucky in this case. I was expecting this to find a submarine, which would have been very unlucky. Oh, it's on. Yeah, forget the blockade for a turn. Let's do this. 2-5. Ends up going 3-5. Not great, because that 5 puts us possibly in range of being destroyed. But at least we have eliminated that. Yes! Okay, at least we eliminated that ship. Another armored cruiser down. I think this is the remains of their Baltic Sea force, which means I'll probably have to return to the Baltic Sea, which means this episode's going to drag on longer and longer. So, what do we want to do? We want to attack with our dreadnoughts as well. So having this dreadnought It is at 7 supply. It's at, you know, it's at decent morale. What I'd like to do, if possible, is just drop it below. I'd really like to drop it below. Oh my gosh, I have an idea. Can I blockade their port? I just moved it. I think I can move through this dreadnought without taking a hit. I could move around maybe. How many movement points do you have? 8. Does this work? It does. I'm gonna do it. Okay, that's nice. And now this unit can actually go here, which means that if he comes back this way, he will find me. In fact, I should move it here, because then I block this position and that position all at the same time. Boy, you're a cheeky little bastard, Tortuga. The question now is whether or not to engage the dreadnought or the destroyer. Hmm. 5 points of damage would put me at 5. 6 points of damage would put them at 2, which is in elimination range. So I think that that's the best thing to do. We have another dreadnought which can cover for this one. And then we have my other dreadnought of 6. Unfortunate that I never got this guy up to 7, because that means that he won't be as effective. But I will be able to eliminate this dreadnought. So let's just do it. Wow, 7. Please, yes! Oh, it couldn't have happened any better. An 8 is actually in such a great position. Oh man, I really wish I had moved my submarine there already. Oh, I can still do it if I move him here, I think. Okay, that's good. So now we kind of blocked that entrance. We kind of blocked this one. And can you even get... Can this 6 even get there? He can. So this should be the final elimination. Oh my god, 3-1. What the hell? I can always back off. I think it's fine. My submarines might get the kill, or he'll go into port with a 1 dreadnought, which is not that... Okay, well, the morale is a big deal. How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? Okay, you can shift, you can shift. We might as well shift. So that we can... maybe get some extra people on the line. Like, somebody can get here. This guy can't get anywhere else. So we can get... 2 extra people? Oh. Yeah, 1 extra person on the line. Okay, that's... Or we could risk our destroyer. Nope, that's not worth it. So this guy can park here, and that guy can park here. Oh, nope, that guy can park there, and... Nope, we only get 1. I guess I'd rather park my destroyer there. It makes more sense. And then just have my other cruiser go up here. So at least we know... We want to know when they're getting through. And we won't really... I guess we'll see what they do. Alright, let's commit to this. Can't get to the next one. Dreadnoughts are going to be fine. This battleship, I think at a 4 it's going to be good enough to move out. God, it's so bad. Okay, well, we'll see. Maybe I can get that up to at least a 5. Still wondering about this 3-1. Well, if we sink it, there's a chance we avoid damage, so... I'm going to do it. Avoid damage. Void damage. Okay, 2. That's not terrible. I think I'll retreat this one back this way. Hopefully obscure it. And this unit, I guess we want to move him aggressively forward. And this unit, how do we want to do this one? We maybe want to protect our other dreadnought. I don't want to move through because that would possibly cause damage. And I also don't want to be visible. I'd rather do something like this, I guess. Which just means that if the destroyer tries to move out, he's going to be stopped. So I guess, you know what, I think we even just want to move up. We'll be in striking distance of whatever. So, okay. And let's get this blimp onto the mainland here. Just moved in the E-press. Okay, I guess it doesn't have to be there. It could be here just as easily. So we can start doing missions with it next turn. Okay, so that was kind of an exciting conclusion to the naval battles. I don't think the Germans have any ships left, and I know that this is just going to take a little bit of extra time, but God, I'd really like to see what kind of naval losses we got here. We've killed 4 dreadnoughts for them so far. 2 pre-dreadnoughts, a battle cruiser, 2 armored cruisers, a light cruiser, 4 destroyers, and 3 submarines. If that isn't the entirety of the British or German fleet, I will be very surprised. I don't think there's anything much left, which means I know it's crazy, but I actually do want to aggressively move out yet again and see if we can find anybody. In fact, I'm going to do this. And, oh, okay, so we found. I think it's worth doing. 0-1, that's in our favor. You did get it. And you can, well, you can move away, and this dreadnought can come in, and this is where I expect to do some real damage. I could move here, along this line. That might expose a new ship, which, I mean, I guess could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, but I'm going to be conservative. 1 to 5, we'll take it. 4 to 1. Okay, so it went 1 to 4, so that's still in our favor, not too bad, and this guy can back up. I think we'll have him back up here, maybe even here, so that they have to look for us. That's nice enough for me. This dreadnought, if we want, can stick around and start doing bombardments on this detachment if we ever try to move forward, which, I mean, the next step was supposed to be the Eastern Front, but obviously we got distracted by this naval situation. So I'm glad that we kept a few dreadnoughts around here as that QRF type thing, and it worked out nicely. It was able to quickly respond to the emerging, or the remaining German fleet emerging from port. And now they're only left with 1 destroyer, which... okay, so having my submarines here is a lot less important now that we know that we're up against a destroyer. I think it's actually not worthwhile putting this submarine here, but if they have anything besides a destroyer, it will be useful to have a submarine here. Can he die? You know what? He is, in my opinion, in death range, so we'll pull him back. We'll allow their free navigation to Wilhelmshaven. Now, unfortunately, Wilhelmshaven is where I've always kind of had in mind for my potential invasion. And this is part of the justification for doing this reckless, sauntering out into the... I mean, this is Heligoland. This is definitely German-controlled area. The reason why is I think it's worth to clear a path for the potential amphibious invasion. So, okay, and now the Russians. Alright, so I'm going to start in the north, and I'm going to do a few attacks here. In fact, my mentality here is not to be too aggressive in the very far north, where Hindenburg, I'm sure, is just making all my battles very, like, an uphill battle. It's not something we want to be fighting, but we have them 3-3s, we have this 2-2. All of these, like, even for even, is something that I should be taking, because... Again, our hope is to wear down the Germans, and even by attacking them, I think we reduce their effective attack. We blunt their ability to attack. I'm going to start here. That did actually go 3-3, which is amazing. I'm also an idiot, because we have the transport nearby, bomber. And these guys, oh, these are 3-1. That's the transport. I want the recon. So the recon is actually able to do damage, which is insane. I didn't realize that, but I want to reinforce these if I can. So we're going to do this. Up, interceptors. Okay, this is going to be exciting. 1. And did take a hit, though. Okay. So that's fine. We will suffer that one. Do the interceptors get a strike again? Because now I'm potentially interested. No. Well, anyways, we're down to 0-0 there. So I guess the damage that we can do is already done. It's probably because they're in the marsh. I'm going to absolutely take a 2-3. I'm planning to swap these two, to move this guy forward, to swap this guy back and move this guy in here. So there's a plan. Heal this unit. There's a plan here. Let's do this. 2-2. Yeah, unfortunate. We'll swap these two units though, because this is the most important unit. Is the knee on the line, my exposed unit. Both this one, which is fine because he's a big old fort at entrenchment 4, and this unit are the exposed units. So we don't want to do this attack even though it is an even for even. And now we get... So this is only a 3. We want that unit to move in here. The reason why that's important is this... I guess this unit at 4 strength can no longer project zone of control. So we can now move in here, and this guy can actually fortify. Now that this turn will be a fortification turn for him. We move this unit back, and this 10 will be able to move in. I guess that should be a 3 for the 10, so he'll be able to fortify as well. And we will do this fortification. In fact, I'm going to cut off part of the... So I have a chance here to reduce the number of sides we're going to defend from. You know what, I'm actually okay with it being entrenched exactly as it is. I was trying to think, maybe we don't want to defend this side just in case they take it, but no, they'll take this first. We definitely want to defend there. And they might even take this first, so it's good to defend from there. So that's going to be entrenchment, that's going to be entrenchment. And we also have a 2-2 here, which I think is fine, and we can swap with the detachment. Oh, I got to get this guy out of here. Sorry, he needs to move. I think we might have to do some fancy maneuvering here. I essentially want this unit here, I want this unit here, and I want this unit here. Although that might not be ideal in terms of... I think I want this unit here for supply reasons. Is supply really bad anywhere? It's 7 here, so actually... No, we don't want an HQ on the front line. The best would be as if we had an 7-6. Yeah, the best would be refreshing it to a 10 here. We probably have to do that, even though it means we sacrifice the ability of our artillery to assist, which means we can move the artillery here, and then we can just constantly gun at that particular bend. As long as we don't lose this unit, or even if we do lose this unit, that becomes more effective. So let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let's move here. Let's move this unit here temporarily. Move the HQ here, and move that guy there. Okay, now, that I want to do the 61, I want to do the 22. Those are important. We have some more work to do in the south. So, I don't know. So I've been debating about this attack for a long time. What are we going to do there? I still don't know. I mean, I come away from a pause after having thought about this for like tens of minutes, and I still don't know. But we have another series of attacks we can do against this Austro-Hungarian unit. I think the 1-3 is the one I want to lead off with. Okay, went 4. Not too good. 1-4. It's really our pick of the litter who we want to attack with. I think I'm going to take the 0-4, and he's going to swap back anyway. Charge him. Don't take damage. Good. I'll swap these 2 units. So that 4 will be exposed, but there's nothing we can do about it unless we can heal this unit. If we can't heal this unit, then... so if we can swap and then heal this unit past 4, then it's probably better to do. Maybe not, because the morale is just so bad when you're this low. We probably have to heal him before he does anything. So now this cavalry can move forward and attack. We also have this 10, which can attack the 1-2. Okay, even better. We surely do not want cavalry in this line doing stuff here. Let's just use him, scout him forward. Okay, we see the HQ here. They must be close to breaking. If we're seeing their HQ in the back. I'm only seeing 2-2s. I'm not ecstatic about a 2-2 against the Austro-Hungarians. I think our cavalry is best saved, preserved for another turn. So I might just do this, use this as a scouting. Or, okay, so let's see what we can get done here. This is 1-2. That might open up the cavalry. No, still not. But we also have the ability to move forward here and start entrenching. This would put us at a knee, so we have to be careful. But it might be a knee against a detachment, the support. I think it's okay to do. So we have a 2-2 and a 1-2. We'll absolutely be taking that. Okay, let's just do that. No, we're 1-1. Bummer. Should have lowered his ability a little bit. 1-2. Got him 1-3. Very good. And this 10, I mean, I think we have to push the attack here. It's possible we can break on this turn. This unit has to move in to support. We probably need this cavalry here just in a pinch. Unless that cavalry has to be the unit which attacks. So we can move back and move this 6 in. This is pretty ballsy. Or this 6 could cover here. He'll be decimated. But the cavalry could cover there. But we want to take Presmo. I mean, we need the cavalry to be able to be in position because he has 6 action points. His morale is just garbage, though. Ugh. We have no... We're really running on fumes. This is May 8th, and I think we're going to have a late spring, early summer replenishment phase. So in 2 weeks or 4 weeks, whatever the next turn is, in a month, the Russian line in the Austrian front is just going to relax. It's just going to sit on its heels. I think taking Przemysl is very important, though, because we're going to get the Romanians into the war. So... okay, we have to do this. So let's do this. Worst case scenario, we can pull back from this area, move this 9 into there, 6 into there. So, yeah. Now, who can get in there? Oh, kind of a bummer. He can, but he's a 5. The cavalry can. The 8 can, which is probably the best unit to do it. And then the 5 can cover that weakened area, or can the 7? No. The 7 might be able to get in there, though. Let's just do this. Move. Ah, he did go black. Okay, so that unit is just going to be, unfortunately, very weak our next turn. Which means any attacks we can do against this unit, we should, just to prevent an attack against our weakened unit. So we'll do that. Hopefully go 2-2, we did, and then draw this guy back. Okay, that's fine. Very aggressive turn, but I think, again, our aggression blunts their aggression, so it's worthwhile. We essentially direct the area where the strength damages go. So instead of 5 points of damage going to this guy, we spread it out 2 on the cavalry because we took, by having him attack, we sapped this guy's ability to attack my unit. That's how I view it, is if we're attacking, we get to decide where the strength loss goes. If they're attacking, they can focus fire, which is bad. So I just hope these units... Oh, we can actually... No, Samber is going to be an 8 by itself, so there's no point in doing anything special there. This cavalry was not even needed. Ooh, interesting, though. So this is up to an 8, which means this HQ can move forward and still be supplying... I used to be doing 8, 7, 6. In order to get a 6 now, he can actually supply out of Lemberg. So that's really good news. This is only a 3, but just as far as supply goes, next turn now this will be a 10. Okay. What's your math? What's your math, game? How do you do that math? Okay, this is an 8. So that should be generating... Do you not generate supply from oil fields? Am I missing something? I may have just mucked things up a little bit. Okay, where are my units then? 5. If this gets to... No, it's going to be an 8. Yeah, so this is 6, 5. So we need a 6. I thought that this would be an 8, 7, or 7, 6. Maybe the oil fields don't generate supply. That would have been news to me. It would have been very helpful to know that this doesn't generate supply. But that's probably just a rule I'm not aware of, which is really unfortunate. But okay, so we don't really even need to cover this unit. I think we'll do this and maybe swap them. And I will just forget about... Oh, man. I think we'll forget about reinforcing this guy this turn. We'll have him just entrench. And... Yeah, what's our supply looking like here? 7, 6. Okay, we'll go down here. Just to remind them that we are here. It's just going to put pressure. It's just going to be a little bit of a pressure situation. And ideally, if they don't end up reacting to anything here... Well, the Romanians are going to be charged with taking over the mine Jacobini. Okay, so that's a good start. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do. I might micromanage a few little things here and there, but really there's not much else to do than reinforce. We are going to spend very expensively that. I would like to get trench warfare, and we're also going to grab this guy, 61. It's just terribly expensive. I need this unit ready because I think we're going to suffer more attacks in there. Everything else is sadly unnecessary. We probably got to get at least some of these guys going. 101 points, we can't. Just cannot afford that. We have so many units which we cannot afford to fix. I think getting this unit up to 8 maybe is okay. Because the cavalry, I like them to have 8. I feel safe with them at 8. And okay, who else absolutely needs it? Is that it? Okay, so we have 205. Research-wise, that means we can commit to this industrial technology, and then we need trench warfare, which means we're going to have no points left, which means can everyone else survive based on what they are? Hardly, but I guess we can swap these 2 units and swap... This guy's just going to have to get swapped in. Oh, whoops. Okay, well... Not ideal. We'll swap that. I would like to have swapped that unit out. I guess this guy could just go into the front, but that's even worse. So we'll leave that fork somewhat guarded. They only have 2 Austro-Hungarian units and a German Marine unit here. It's not super threatening. So that means we are going to go ahead and commit to trench warfare. Even though we're kind of on the offensive now, but it's still just something very necessary. As many points as we can put into research as early as possible are good. As far as diplomacy goes, so we actually have the Serbians as well, who are looking really good on points, so we're going to spend for them another pip in research, and we're going to go to diplomacy and get another pip of influence from Serbia. So now we have a 20% chance of success per turn. I want to do even more investment. I want to do even more. So we're going to go over to the French, and we're going to get another... Okay, glorious music. We're going to get another pip of investment here. So that's going to take the French down a fair amount. We also want to do some research. Now the French are actually looking fine on research. There's really nothing I can do for them. They have everything I want going on. Maybe one more in gas shell production, but I'm going to wait on that. Instead, I'm going to do another thing of investment into Netherlands. So we're getting up to 30% chance per turn. So hopefully we are starting to swing in. I might even try to invest a little bit more into that. But let me look around for other units. Yeah, I'm going to go with all 5 in this, actually. And then probably just heal a few frontline units, especially if they're at a 7 or 8. If they're at higher morale, they're actually more worthwhile to invest in completely. We still have this situation developing down in Tunisia, so I think it's time to respond to that. I'm going to try to get my cavalry down here ASAP, which means, yes, we're pulling one of our few cavalry out away from the front. It's just, it has to be, so it just has to be that way. 67, we have 120. I think we've used all of our diplomatic points. Yeah, we have 5, all 5 of our points are now invested, so Netherlands has a 35% chance of swinging our way per turn. I don't know if the swing amount is based on the number of people putting pressure, but so we're reacting there. And I never really did the Mediterranean here. We know that there's supposed to be a German submarine somewhere around here. So let's just kind of patrol for him. Did I sink him? I can't remember. Really don't remember. But anybody who has the ability to move. Okay, let's also start with our submarine and make sure that they did actually go to port. That's as close as we can get. They are defending this, which is good to know. Let's check here. Here. And we might as well check, right? So... doesn't appear to be anything over here. We'll use this armored cruiser as well, I think. Or maybe this submarine. Just to make sure that they're not... got them. Blocking the lines. Okay, so let's try to finish this off. I think we're going to have to do this with ranged attacks. Got him. And... battlecruiser makes sense. 1 to 3. It did go 1 to 3, so let's move this battlecruiser back. I am actually pretty happy to have this one blocking the line against the potential threat of the submarine. I'm going to prefer French units over British ones right now, battlecruiser aside, because it's going to be easier. The French just have more points than the British. It's going to be easier to repair them. Okay, so we have some amount of information. Let's just try to protect some of our units. I guess this guy ought to make it back to port now, which is over here. I guess this will tell us whether or not there are German submarines in the waters. I know that they're very weak if they are there, but I mean they're at 0 supply, but still could be doing damage. Let's move this light cruiser back as well. Just keep him kind of by port or something. And these guys are okay. I think that this is a good enough protection, I would say, for the light cruiser, or the light carrier. Unless I want to move him aggressively, because this guy, I don't mind if we find a sub... Well, speaking of... Oh, I do! Okay, I very much mind that we find a sub. I very much mind. Shoot. This is a new one. Oh god, this is a new one. So we're actually in danger of dying. points-wise, yeah, we still have... So the French, there is one research they could do, the shells research. Or we could just... I mean, this is... Are these French units? Yeah, I think we're just going to try to repair these enough that they can be effective against submarines. Let's get this one up. Yeah, 5 points to 7, I think that's fine. I don't think we need the Dreadnought anymore, but... How expensive is it? Probably extremely expensive. 64 is what we have to work with. So if we do this, we can't do any other things. Let's actually try to prioritize at least one more unit on the front lines. You can see we've already gotten a few of them, but why we can only 50. Okay, well if we can only get one guy up to 10, let's just do that. I think that's fine. Okay, they'll do that, and the British now have to go. I think it's important always to get your artillery up to full strength, and I don't think we care about any of these units. We might. We have enough for diplomacy. Okay, so Netherlands is going to be hit by yet another thing of diplomacy. 40% chance of success. I feel like you got to do like all or nothing. You got to be like wagering on 5% chance, or if you invest a lot, you might as well invest a lot to get higher percent chances. 40%. Let's do it. All right, one other thing I'm going to do. I'm going to attack this cavalry. Hopefully get a 2-2, and then I'm just going to pull this unit back. I'm going to swap units around. So this unit's actually going to go over to here. I guess it goes here. It's fine there. I'm going to take this guy 2 down to go here. He's going to entrench in the exact same manner. I think we will take that just in case that fort falls. And this unit's going to move in here. Can we undo that? Okay, that's really good to know. Just wanted to stop and collect information. So it's actually worth pushing a unit here to attack their artillery directly. We won't be able to do that this turn. Yeah, we don't need this unit here. We'll put him here. We know where their artillery is, which is good to know. That's not going to be effective against any attacks this turn, but we now know that we can try to get in there, and yeah. Okay, this is good. France, Serbia. Oh, yeah. I forgot to even adjust that stuff. And we're blockading. Okay, 179. This is good. We're going to have enough points to do something with the British next turn. We lost a lot of points, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I think the Serbians are doing fine on points. Russians will have 381, which is good. And USA is just barely collecting points. And that's it. Okay, until the next episode, thanks for watching, take care, and vive l'entente!